Beloved being of light, the message that the angels bring to you today is one of great wisdom and reflection. In moments of conflict and misunderstandings, we often find ourselves in situations where we hurt the ego of someone dear, whether intentionally or not. This is a lesson that the angels send for us to reflect on how our words and actions can deeply impact the life of another. The ego, dear being of light, is a sensitive and vulnerable part of every human being. When it is touched, the consequences can be lasting. In the coming days, you may feel the energy of a person pulling away, as if there is an invisible wall between you. This can be painful, but remember that distance is not necessarily a punishment. Sometimes, distance is a necessary process to heal the internal wounds that the ego has suffered. The angels ask you to have patience and compassion, both for yourself and for the person who is withdrawing. Do not despair, for the ways of the heart are mysterious, and with time, healing is possible. Dear being of light, the angels want you to know that even if forgiveness seems far away right now, the key to reconciliation lies within internal transformation. Instead of clinging to regret, look within yourself and understand what led you to act this way. Self-understanding is essential to restore peace and harmony in relationships. The angels remind us that sometimes we must make mistakes in order to learn, and learning is what strengthens us. I am capable of changing my actions and becoming a more loving and understanding person. Write this phrase in the comments if you feel it resonates with your heart. Now, dear being of light, allow yourself to feel the presence of the angels around you, guiding your steps. The love you wish to receive must begin with love for yourself. Do not blame yourself, but transform your attitudes so that in the future your interactions with others are lighter and full of understanding. By doing this, you will open space for healing and perhaps for forgiveness. When a wound is caused, time is a great ally in recovery. Even if you feel the person will never be able to forgive you, remember that everything happens in its time. Forgiveness is a process that takes place within each soul. Often, we need to give space for the injured person to go through their own healing journey. What matters now is that you focus on your own spiritual growth and the healing power of love. What is real and true always finds its way back. I am worthy of forgiveness and capable of healing my relationships. If you believe this truth, write this phrase in the comments as a powerful affirmation. Beloved being of light, the angels continue to watch over you with tenderness and want you to know that despite the pain you feel now, great blessings are being prepared for you. Every tear that falls today will be transformed into strength and wisdom. The universe never abandons those who are willing to evolve, and you are exactly where you should be, even if everything seems confusing and painful right now. The present moment may feel like a dark night of the soul, but it is in that darkness that you will find the deepest answers. Silence and distance are harsh teachers, but also messengers of truth. Allow yourself to learn from this experience, because when the heart is hurt, it becomes stronger and ready to receive a greater and more genuine love. Many beings of light who go through this kind of situation forget to care for themselves. Therefore, the angels ask you to direct all this energy inward, to nurture your own spirit. Do things that bring you joy, reconnect with your passions. Listen to music that lifts your vibration and walk in nature. Every small loving act toward yourself is a step toward healing. I am worthy of love and I allow myself to be reborn. Write this phrase in the comments to affirm your new phase and commit to your own transformation. Dear being of light, the pain you feel now does not define who you are. It only reveals that you are capable of loving deeply and giving yourself truly. Emotional wounds show us the greatness of our own heart. Do not allow another's wounded ego to make you doubt your worth or your capacity to love. You are precious, unique, and deserve to be loved exactly as you are. The person who has distanced themselves may be going through an internal process you cannot see. Often, cold or distant reactions are just defenses to avoid facing painful emotions. Respect their silence and focus on building your own inner peace. The angels remind you that when you grow stronger, everything around you begins to transform magically. Believe, illuminated one, that time is the greatest ally of those who trust in love. Nothing remains hidden forever, and everything that is true always finds a way to bloom again. When you connect with your essence, the energies around you rearrange and attract what resonates with your new state of being. I trust divine timing and the wisdom of the universe. If this phrase resonates with you, write it in the comments and declare your faith in the path that is opening. The angels also want you to know that there is nothing wrong with feeling longing. Longing is an invisible bridge that connects two hearts even when they are physically distant. But do not let this longing turn into pain or attachment. Use it as fuel to strengthen your journey of self-discovery and growth. Often, we believe we need others to be complete, but the truth is that completeness comes from within. When you feel whole, you do not depend on anyone's presence to be happy. It is exactly in this state of wholeness that you attract healthy relationships based on true love, not neediness. Remember, being of light, that the universe always removes what is no longer aligned with your evolution. What seems like a loss is often a disguised liberation. Trust that everything is happening for your highest good, even if you cannot see it now. I am complete in myself and attract only true love. If this message touches your heart, write it in the comments and declare your new vibration to the universe. There is no right or wrong path in love, only paths that teach us. Every relationship, every encounter, every farewell carries a valuable lesson. When you understand this, you stop resisting the flow of life and begin to embrace each experience with gratitude. Love is not about control, but about surrender and trust. The angels want you to trust your intuition. Your heart knows much more than your mind can comprehend. When you truly connect with it, all the answers will begin to emerge naturally. The spiritual connection you have with this person is not broken, even if it seems so. The energetic bond still exists, but it needs to be purified. Each person needs to walk alone for a while so that, if they are to meet again, they do so in a more mature and harmonious way. The universe does not make mistakes in its plans, and every reunion happens at the exact right moment. I allow myself to let go and trust the flow of love. If you feel this in your heart, write this phrase in the comments and let it guide your next steps. Meanwhile, focus on yourself. Make choices that nourish your soul and bring lightness to your spirit. Surround yourself with people who elevate your energy. Engage in activities that bring genuine joy and keep your thoughts aligned with gratitude. When you change your energy, everything around you changes too. Being of light, the angels want you to know that the universe is preparing something incredible for you. It could be a transformed reconciliation or a new connection that will bring joy and fulfillment. The important thing is to remain open and receptive without creating fixed expectations. What is meant for you will find its way to you. The truth is that love cannot be forced. It flourishes when there is space, freedom, and trust. If the other person needs to pull away, allow it. This does not mean the story is over forever, but that it is entering a new phase. Everything that is true always returns, and what does not will be replaced by something even more aligned with your evolution. You are being guided to a new level of consciousness, where love is free from possessiveness and control. In this place, you discover what it means to truly love, to wish the other well, even if they follow another path. When you reach this state, Peace fills your heart and anxiety disappears. I am free and I set free all those I love. If this message makes sense to you, write it in the comments and feel the relief that this surrender brings. Beloved being of light, this is a moment to honor your journey and everything you have already overcome. Look back and see how much strength you have already shown. Every challenge has prepared you for this moment, for this new version of yourself that is emerging. You are not the same, and that is a reason to celebrate. The angels celebrate every small step you take, every tear transformed into wisdom, every silence used for reflection. They see you as a warrior of light, someone who, even in difficulties, chooses the path of love. This is something rare and precious in this world. The energy of forgiveness is a liberating energy. However, forgiveness does not mean forgetting what happened, but rather releasing the pain you carry within. By doing so, you will be creating space for genuine love and for the healing of both yourself and the other person. Remember that no one is perfect, but everyone has the potential to learn and evolve. Open yourself to this possibility, and the universe will conspire in your favor to restore peace. If you feel that the person in question needs more time to heal, respect that space. True love is patient and respects the other's process. Remember that each soul has its own healing rhythm. As difficult as it may be, your patience will be rewarded. The most important thing now is that you continue on your path of self-knowledge and learning. The angels are by your side, guiding you every step of the way. I have patience and respect for the other's healing process. Write this phrase in the comments if it makes sense to you. And remember that patience is a virtue that opens doors to peace. Beloved being of light, the angels ask you to move forward with confidence, as this difficult moment is just one stage of your journey. Although you may feel lost and perhaps even aimless now, know that light always finds a way to penetrate the darkness. Often, the universe places us in challenging situations precisely to prepare us for something much greater that is to come. Everything you are experiencing now has a greater reason. Even if you cannot see the immediate cause, trust that the learning from this experience will be profound and transformative. Remember that while you live in the present, the future is being shaped. Every step you take, no matter how small it seems, is aligned with your greater purpose. The pain you feel in your heart, beloved being of light, is only temporary. Emotional wounds are part of the healing process. What is truly important is what you decide to do with this pain. You can lose yourself in it, or you can transform it into an impulse for growth and evolution. The angels know that you are capable of rising again with more strength and wisdom. I choose to transform my pain into learning and growth. If this phrase resonates with you, write it in the comments and allow your transformation to begin now. Although another person's ego has been hurt, do not focus solely on the mistake you made. Every human being has their own internal healing processes. And often the mistakes we make are reflections of our own insecurities and fears. At this moment, the most important thing is to look at yourself with compassion and love, recognizing that you are also a being in the process of evolution. Love, illuminated one, is not something that should be demanded or required. When love is true, it is free and does not impose conditions. Each of us has the right to live our truth, to learn from our mistakes, and to evolve at our own pace. When you allow yourself to be authentic, you create space for others to be authentic too, without fear of judgment. As difficult as it may seem, this is a moment of great spiritual growth for you. The angels invite you to look within, to question the patterns you have been repeating, and to consider how you can transform them. Every negative or painful thought you turn into light is one step closer to achieving inner peace. I am capable of looking within myself with honesty and love. Write this phrase in the comments if you feel it makes sense to you, and allow the change to begin within your being. Relationships, being of light, often teach us more than anything else. They show us where there are still unhealed wounds, where we still have fear, insecurity, or pride. And as painful as this process may be, it is necessary for evolution. The big question here is who you will become after this experience. The decision is in your hands. You are no longer the same person you were before this happened. Every challenge transforms you, and even situations that seem negative bring valuable lessons with them. The key is how you choose to react to them. When you choose forgiveness, patience, and compassion, you rise to a new level of consciousness, where love is the main guide. I am grateful for every lesson life gives me, even the painful ones. If this resonates with you, write it in the comments and feel how gratitude opens doors to new beginnings. Beloved being of light, forgiveness is not just for the other person, but also for you. Free yourself from pain and anger, as they are burdens that only slow your progress. When you forgive, you liberate yourself, create space in your heart, and allow new energies to flow. Forgiveness is a powerful tool for transformation and healing. We often believe that forgiveness is something given only to others, but true liberation happens when you forgive yourself. Accept that you made a mistake. Acknowledge your humanity and allow yourself to correct what needs to be corrected. Self-love is the first step for any relationship to be transformed, whether it's with yourself or with others. I release myself from all resentment and open myself to forgiveness. If you feel this phrase reflects your journey, write it in the comments and start to free yourself from the shackles of the past. It is natural for feelings of revenge or anger to arise when the ego is hurt. However, true power lies in letting go, in not feeding these feelings. The universe always brings back what is meant for us, and revenge never brings peace. Peace, illuminated one, is achieved when you decide to abandon the desire for retaliation and choose forgiveness and healing. In moments of pain, it is important to remember that you are not alone. The angels are always by your side, guiding your steps, and your soul is constantly being embraced. Even when the world seems to be falling apart, remember that you are being supported by a higher power that always seeks your well-being. Trust, because life has a way of transforming even the most difficult situations into something that will strengthen you. I trust that the universe is guiding me to the best path. If this phrase resonates with you, write it in the comments and allow this trust to become a reality in your life. Beloved being of light, today's wounds are the sources of tomorrow's wisdom. Suffering is a master that teaches us to be more conscious, more compassionate, and more loving. Through it, we are shaped to become stronger versions of ourselves. Instead of resisting the pain, accept it and allow it to show you what you still need to learn. With time, you will realize that the pain transforms into something lighter, something that is part of your story but does not define who you are. The journey is not about what happens to you, but about how you choose to react to what happens. When you choose to react with love, you become a channel of light for those around you. I choose light, love, and peace on all my paths. If this makes sense to you, write it in the comments and allow your transformation to begin now. Remember that time is a great healer. What seems like an abyss today will be just a distant memory tomorrow. Things change, people change, and you, dear being of light, will also change. Each day you will be stronger, wiser, and more prepared to embrace true love. The person who has moved away from you is not your end, but rather a part of your process. And whether they are part of your future or not, you have the ability to create new paths and new love stories. Love is not limited to a single being, but is something infinite that flows through us all. Open your heart to the new and trust that what is to come will be much better. I am grateful for the love I have already experienced and I am open to the new. If you also believe this, write it in the comments and start vibrating in a new cycle of love and healing. Being of light, this moment in your life is just a phase. Like the seasons of the year, everything in life is cyclical. What seems like an end is actually a new beginning. The future is made of infinite possibilities, and you have the power to shape it with your choices and intentions. When you dedicate yourself to healing, when you choose to look within and transform your energy, you become an unbeatable being. The love you seek first begins with self-love. When you truly love yourself, you connect with the universal power that guides and sustains you. Beloved being of light, the angels want you to understand that every situation in your life has the power to transform you. What seemed like a loss can now be the beginning of a new phase. Sometimes, it is necessary for something to break so that you can rebuild it in a more solid and loving way. The ego can be hurt, but the soul is resilient. Soon, you will see that this situation will bring a great opportunity for your evolution. Now, dear being of light, allow yourself to open your heart and declare to the universe, I am worthy of peace and love in all my relationships. Write this phrase in the comments if it resonates with your inner truth. Believe that love will always find a way back, whether in a new beginning or in the reconciliation of a love that has already been hurt. The most important thing is that you remain faithful to your own heart and to the principles that guide you. Love is the key to all the answers you seek. With love, everything is possible. There is no pain that love cannot heal. And the angels know that at the right time, everything will find its peace. As this message comes to an end, if you feel that its energy has touched your heart, write 888 in the comments to show that you have listened to the angels until the end. If you wish to continue receiving these messages of light, subscribe to the channel and leave a like. This will help us continue to bring more light into your life. Finally, dear being of light, I invite you to become a member of the channel by clicking the link in the description to get access to exclusive messages every week. May the angels bless your path and bring peace to your heart.